Hello and a very warm welcome on this Sunday evening, 7:30 p.m., the 9th of November 2025. BiCoTa is back. If you don't know what BiCoTa is, let me explain shortly. BiCoTa is the Bitwig community podcast where we talk with people from the community who we think you should get to know. We are Jürgen Moßgraber and Sendaidokai, some music enthusiasts making heavy use of the DAW Bitwig Studio. The podcast takes place around every 2 to 3 months live on YouTube. And just to keep you busy, we alternate live streaming between Jürgen's YouTube channel and Odo's channel. But on both channels there are playlists, so you shouldn't miss a single live stream, because it will be relevant for the exam. The podcast will be also available as pure audio podcast. All further informations are in the video description. So let me start with welcoming Jürgen. Hello Jürgen, how are you?
Hello, Odo. I'm already sweating like crazy because we already talked for quite some time with our guests, which we will present soon. And yeah, I'm good. I just got mentioned in the chat that your sound is pretty bad, and it sounds to me also not that good. Did you change something?
I didn't change anything.
Now it's good again.
Maybe I was too far away from the
Too
microphone.
far away. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, so as you mentioned, we have a wonderful guest. I really love to present you a DJ legend, a music producer, a Bitwig Certified Trainer, and a Detroit original, the one and only Claude Young. Hello, Claude. How are you? Let me just bring him in here. So now you can see Claude. Hello, Claude.
Hey.
Hello, guys. Hello, Jürgen, and hello, Odo. So great to be with you.
Nice that you're here. So we are very happy to have you here on the show. It's an
honor to be here with two of my heroes. So.
And it's an honor for us.
You keep saying that. I'm really getting red now.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth.
I'm already completely red now.
Yes, it's great to be here. Make some funky music. Yes.
Yeah. Where are you now?
I'm in Detroit. Yeah, I'm in Detroit. My home, nice. The west side of Detroit City. Yes,
and surrounded by some nice gear I see in your background.
Oh yeah, I got a few pieces of my comic book posters are my favorite. Some old comics. I've been collecting comics when I was a kid, and my favorite drum machine. I have a. This is what do you call it? This is the Watchmen, a poster from the Watchmen. And yeah, that's Rorschach. And then I have an old Fantastic Four comic, Black Panther comic, and some old Marvel comics. I was collecting when I was a kid. And I recently found a box of my old books. And we were speaking earlier. I found some crazy books like a original copy of The Dark Knight Returns, in perfect condition, these the first issue of Secret Wars with Spider-Man in the black costume. I have like all these things never been read, like in the plastic.
Oh wow, nice.
And my drum machines and keyboards and junk, but not cool like you guys. I'm the father of the generic flexi.
Jürgen
this is the most important man.
But as someone growing up in a very small village with a little bit of rock music and that's it, and totally ignorant to techno music, how was it growing up in Detroit? Tell us about it.
It was really interesting because this is most people, if you don't know, this is the home of the automobile. So yeah, and this is also the home of kind of American soul music, like Motown music and stuff. So this is such an interesting place to grow up. It's we have a long music history and a manufacturing history. And so these two things, everybody in Detroit, especially if you're an older Detroit person, our parents were all musicians or DJs, or everybody had a record collection, or everybody was in a band or something. Do you know what I mean? From the 60s and the 50s and 60s. I was born in literally 1970. So like when I came up, it was radio and Prince on the radio, Parliament, Funkadelic, but also rock music on the radio. And I grew up, my father was a radio DJ. So he was one of the biggest DJs in the city. So I was really fortunate that I got to grow up around music. You know, I grew up around the business on a kind of high level. You know, you had these famous people come over to the house. You don't know who this person is, or it's David Bowie. You know, it's a David Bowie or a Elton John, and the record reps. You know, and you're a kid, you don't know. It's this guy has these big glasses. You know, like oh, cool. You know,
did you say now you met Elton John and David Bowie?
Yeah. Prince, all this kind of people. You know, I grew up around.
You met them
as a child.
Come on.
As a child,
so you didn't know.
I was telling Odo before we started the show. I have on my wall in my living room, I have a gold record for David Bowie Young American, the million seller appreciation. I have the gold record for Elton John, Benny and the Jets. I have these were all my dad's, and when he passed away, this was all stuff that came to me. But I grew up around these things, you know. I was
wow.
So that's how I started, and most of my other friends whose fathers were in radio, some of them went on to start BET, like my father's, which is a big black cable channel, like the first one for black music. My dad's protege, this guy named Donnie Simpson, he was the guy who went off and was the host for that. This was before MTV and this kinds of things. And so I grew up in that world, like kind of Detroit radio. My mother worked at a record distributor. So if I didn't meet people at the radio station, we went to go get my mom from work. And there was Isaac Hayes, or, you know, there was like Isaac Hayes or Falco, you know.
Falco as well.
Yeah, I'm a big Falco fanatic, and my dad met him many, many times. Like, there's some photos, you know.
Give him small doses, not everything at once, because we need Jürgen still.
Yeah,
I grew up with Heino. What can I say now?
Oh wow! Yeah, so as a little kid in Detroit, you know, I grew up listening to this music. You know, and I was a loner, so. I had all this music around me, and I was just entrenched. I was the young kid who was in a room with all these adults in the music business. And that was kind of so for me personally, that was my growing up in Detroit, you know, like was just kind of around all this cool shit, not really being old enough to understand like what was happening.
So not the normal growing up in the city.
As normal as it could be, like, you know, as normal as it could be. My dad was famous but not rich, so we got to do cool things. You know, we did cool things. We did a lot of cool things, especially looking back now.
So like a real musician, very famous but no money. That's That's a real musician life.
Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah,
if you have money, you're probably a horrible person. That's
you never know.
Yeah. Most of those guys are terrible people. But
so when did you start then making your own things, your own music? How did that happen?
It was so funny. So I was in high school, and then I graduated from high school, and I went out to get a job, and I got a job at a radio station. And I didn't tell anybody who I was because I didn't want to work off of my family name. So what I did was I got a job as an intern. And what this intern thing was, they bring you into the radio. This was like 80s. So they bring you into the station, and you have to make phone calls to people, blind calls to people's house. Hi, I'm calling from blah, blah, blah research agency. Do you listen to the radio? How many times do you listen to the radio? And this was my job. So I had to come in and do research. And I was doing that, and I would bring in records to put on my desk to look at while I was doing that. And my boss, his name was Mark Jackson. He was a great guy. He called me into his office one day, and he says, "Are you Claude Young's son?" And I was like, "Yeah." He says, "We can't have you out there working in the research department." And so he took me, and so I got offered to, he says, "Go up to the third floor and make a mixtape." And I made a DJ mix. I had never done it before. I made a DJ mix. I had only really played at home. I never had turntables. I had one turntable and I had a cassette deck, and I would buy my records, tape them onto the deck, and then use a realistic mixer, play the cassette, and blend the record so I could learn how to blend. And this is Techniques SLB 5 or 2, like belt driven. So you had to do the little wheel.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that at home, and he said, "Go upstairs and make a mix." And I made one, and they had a competition that they broadcast on air. So every, like 3 or 4 of us made mixes, and they played the mixes, and they said, "Okay, the audience will decide who gets the slot for Saturday night's mix show." And I won one of the slots. So I ended up doing a mix show on one of the biggest stations in the city, immediately, like kind of out of high school.
For total ignorant, what is a mix show? How does it work?
It's where you have like the radio personality is doing the talking. "Okay, welcome. It's Saturday night, blah, 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 blah. And for the next hour, it's DJ blah, blah, blah."
Okay.
And
okay.
It's like what you're listening to before you go to the club or whatever.
Okay.
So I was one of those guys. Like I played on Saturdays. I did mixes on Saturday nights for an hour and Friday nights for an hour. Oh, wow. So I went from a 5-day a week job and making phone calls to turning in 2 shows a week, 1-hour shows a week.
Not too bad.
On reel to reel tape, like splicing tape. And yeah, I'm coming from that world. I'm the child of the last of those guys.
So did you learn that then? How to?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course. Actually, in the beginning, before even productions, my first things were edits, and I did edit for. I did the Tommy Musto and Frankie Bones had a big club hit called "Dangerous on the Dance Floor" for RCA Records, and I did the edits of that track. That went nationwide. I did the radio edit of that track. So I used to do a lot of, cutting club tracks down to 3 minutes. I did a lot of that stuff in the early days, editing records for Kevin Saunderson. I did a couple edits for when he had some major label artists. Yeah. Oh, you were saying,
No, because you mentioned Kevin Sanderson. Because if people don't know Kevin Sanderson, it's the godfather from Reese Bass.
Yeah, the Reese.
Yeah,
Kevin Reese, Mr. Reese, Inner City, Good Life, and Big Fun, and exactly. Kevin was one of the great guy, like one of the first people to give me an opportunity to work in his studio. He just, I heard you're doing edits. Yeah, you should come down and do some edits. And he gave me some tracks, and I was like, okay, yeah, simple. Because I wasn't doing crazy stuff, It was literally, you have this 7-minute club track, and they need a 3-minute radio version or a 4-minute. And so I was like, take out a bar here, take out a thing here, do a thing here, reverse here.
To make it fit.
Yeah. I had some old machines at home, and I spent my time, every free time I had, I spent at the radio station because I was like, I have like access to this 2-track, and they gave me some tape and said, just do your thing. Yeah. And so, we got 2 tapes each, and we would turn in our shows and then re-record over them,
There's a question on the chat. How old were you when you start with the mix shows?
Mix show, I think I had to, let's see. I was 9.
Not exactly to the day, maybe
20. I think I was 21.
Oh.
Like 20, maybe even 19.
Nice. That would have been my dream. That age.
It was so lucky. It was so lucky. Like I told you before, it's a lot of luck. Right place, right time.
And to be ready as well. So if you weren't not interested in stuff,
Yeah, genau. No.
Exactly.
Genau.
But this was the start in your career into the music business like that, that you get to
Yeah, it
know
was
some people and you
doing edits, and then there was another group back then called Octave One. They had some releases, early techno releases, and I did. They brought me in to do like a edit for them, and that led to a remix. I think I did a remix, my first kind of remixes, and they were at other people's studios working with other people, and I eventually bought a few things of my own. I was able to get a hold of a EMU SP12 sampler, the old one.
Okay.
And so I had that, and I remember the Roland JD800 had come out, and I knew a guy who worked at a store where one fell off the truck. and so I bought a JD800 incredibly cheap when they first came out. I think it was like $500 I paid for, or $700 I paid for it. And I did my first records with that. It was just like a JD800 and an SP12 and a little shitty Mackie mixer with rotary knobs. And what I did was all the sounds came from the JD. It was all real time. And I would sample my friends' drum machines. Like, so Dan Bell had a 909. I went and got 909 samples. And I just went and sampled all the drum machines, so I had the sounds I wanted. You know?
So really old school, and
yeah, man, yeah, absolutely,
everything manual.
Yeah. That's why I love today. You know, it's so much easier.
We're coming back to those techniques and those crafts, you know. But at the end, it's all about working with stuff in such a way.
Yeah, physical things and.
Exactly. And how did it go on then? What happened then?
I started working on tracks. I had a friend, I had a buddy named David Whiteside, and he believed in me. He worked at a meat packing factory or something. He was like a butcher, but he was into club music, and we used to drive around and listen to techno stuff. Like, this is when the first Detroit kind of techno compilations first started coming out. There was one on 10 Records, which was Version in the UK. And we were playing this, and we were like, oh man, this stuff is so fucking cool. And so I had my little setup, and David actually helped me pay for that keyboard. And we decided to start a little record label. So I worked on my first few tracks. We started a label called DOW, D-O-W, which was David's name. It was David Oliver Whiteside, because he was the one paying for everything. So we started DOW Records, and I put out my first couple tracks, and those records started getting sold in England, and they started getting some attention, and it just kind of snowballed from there, you know. Work on a track. I put those records out, and then I got offered to do some remixes, a remix for this and a remix for that. And the next thing you know, you're getting offered to go on tour. Yeah, it's just, it all kind of snowballed, you know, like.
So from doing all these remixes and stuff, you got into DJing the same time?
I had been DJing the first. So I had always been a DJ first, and the music thing came later. And I was doing the local kind of DJing thing, and how my international career started, it was really interesting because I was kind of playing around the US, and I got a phone call from John Acquaviva, he's a very amazing DJ and also business partners with Richie Houghton, and they started the Plus 8 label. And I remember Richie was supposed to do an Australian tour or a date, and something had come up and he couldn't make the date. So I get a phone call from John, and he's like, look, Richie can't go do this thing. It's in Australia. Do you think you might be interested in going to do this thing? And I was like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. Yeah, sure. So that's how I got my first gig. And so my first gig outside of America was in the farthest place you could go to. Yeah, the maximum distance, you know. And I went out there to play, I went out there to play this little rave, and it was really cool. And I ended up meeting a lot of the guys, a lot of really cool guys in Australia. Like that was the first place where I got invited back. I was only supposed to be there for like a week, and I ended up staying for 3 months. I got a residency at a club in Adelaide. I played at this place called the Synagogue, owned by this Italian guy called Andy. He was fucking cool, really nice guy. And he bought an old Jewish synagogue and turned it into a nightclub. So it was called Synagogue, and the stained glass and shit was still there. Amazing place on Hindley Street. If anybody from Australia, you'd know this place. And so I played there one night, and he said, "Look, if I pay for your visa, would you stick around?" And so I just hung out there in Adelaide, and I met a guy named HMC who had a label called Juice Records. And he does stuff under the name Late Night Tough Guy. He's touring a lot, like he's doing disco and stuff like that. He's still doing a lot of stuff. Amazing guy. And my other buddy was this guy named GT, and he does a lot of Ministry of Sound stuff. And he just did a big DJ / live show called The History of House, and he had the Soweto Gospel Choir. And they come and sing house anthems, like classics.
No.
And he DJs the tracks, like amazing stage show, like with a full choir, like
whoa,
unbelievable. Yeah, they do Good Life, and they do like, it's amazing, dude. Like, so I hung out with these guys.
Still today?
Yeah. That was just recently. Really? GT was doing that. Yeah. These are the big guys in Australia. Like those, I was hanging out with those guys. So I was fortunate enough to be a part of that. And then I come back to Detroit, and I get an email from, where was it? Scotland. So I go over to play at Pure in Edinburgh, which was a really big thing at the time, like which was run by Twitch, JD Twitch, who recently just passed.
Oh, okay.
And so I went over to play Pure, and at that time I was hanging out with Neil Landstrom, Tobias Schmidt, Christian Vogel, Jamie Liddell. Like we were all kind of young guys. So I was really fortunate to be from Detroit, but I was in these places when these seminal things were kind of happening.
Whoa.
And so I was part of that scene. So I come over, play a couple gigs there. Dave Angel invites me over to play in London. So I'm only playing kind of in Scotland. Then I go play in England, and I eventually just relocate to England because I'm working all the time. Like I'm flying over all the time. So I just moved to England, and I just was there pretty much through the 90s up to the early 2000s.
Well, but all the names you called out is like,
it's crazy, right?
Still nowadays, really big names.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And
I feel so fortunate that I was just, Surgeon, like people like Surgeon and James Ruskin. These were like my really close friends. Like we hung out at pubs with each other. Like,
but at the same time, I don't know those people personally, but
right.
Because I'm looking all the time and following some people of those.
Yeah,
Still,
of course.
they have I think a little bit the same vibe than you a little bit. Always like very focused on community or fan base as well. Like there's something. There's a connection with people. Exactly. And,
it's the most important thing.
Yes, and I'm not wondering that you met them, and that you worked with them as well, because it would be strange.
What's funny is a lot of us didn't work together. We were just friends, and
like hanging around.
Yeah, and it's just like this, and you feed off of each other. You feed off music communities and what we were talking about, bands and things. I think we need to have community again because it's kind of lacking. We're missing physical community, and that was like a cool thing that we had. Like we went to drink. I was just so immersed in, because I'm this American kid and in the middle of England in pub culture, which was not a thing for us. So it's just like this community. We're going to the bar every day, That's what we're doing. Like, we're going to the bar every day. That's what we're doing here. And it was just, and you would meet people. I met, I got to play for Plaid at a little bar thing because I met the guy who was running their label. Just amazing things that happen, like people that I met that I would just run into. Like, you'd be at the bar and Derek Carter or somebody's drinking in Munich somewhere or something, and you just run into them.
So then the techno or music scene in general, you found that more interesting in Europe than in the US?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It was, I mean, it was, and even to this day, people will, this is my opinion, but I think, I think in most other places, this music thing was more of a cultural thing, where in here, there's a culture associated with it, but it immediately got overtaken by the business thing. But I think in Europe, especially, there's a cultural thing connected to it. It's not just the flashy stuff, it's the community thing. And I think that's just a cultural difference.
But Detroit has a big history in music,
we have
especially Detroit techno.
We have our community, like funk and soul. Like, we have our communities. It's weird here because it's like a samurai thing. It's like we have our communities and everybody's doing their thing, and we get together, but we're all separate also. You know what I mean? It's a gunslinger thing. That's the attitude here. When you live in a city where everybody's famous, do you know what I mean? It's like
okay.
No, nobody's famous here because everybody's famous. It's a gunslinger. It's a gunslinger thing, and it's like, for me, I'm so low on the pecking order. Like, it's just like, but that's the attitude. It's just like, it's like a gun. That's how I look at it. It's like a gunslinger thing. It's just like, if it comes to that, who can you call? And it's like, whose Rolodex is biggest? Who has the biggest?
I was thinking because in Berlin, if you're famous, nobody cares.
Also the same, because everybody's famous. There's so many famous people per square inch that nobody cares. It's so interesting.
But Detroit has had a big influence on the whole music, on techno and everything. So because of all the history and
Detroit, New York, and Chicago, I think they were. It's like the three places, like the trinity for American kind of, dance music, like music in general. There's so much stuff, like the garage.
But the whole Detroit techno and the Chicago house, and I don't know, is there something special New Yorkish? I don't know, like
house. That's also house.
House
and this kind of electro stuff too, I think.
Yes.
People say like this kind of Latin. People say like LA and stuff, but I think a lot of this is New York. The stuff I listen to is like Latin Rascals, and this is all New York. Kind of New York mix show guys, doing edits of freestyle music is what they call it. I don't know if this was a big thing, like kind of, with singers and everything is very pop, pop chords and lots of this.
I wouldn't have thought that LA is kind of electronic music in that history sense.
Yeah, man. Like,
I'm not really sure.
So interesting, like this electro funk stuff and Egyptian Lover and all of this. These are all these LA guys, this is this LA thing.
but from your history, you prepared some photos from your old studio. You want to show that?
I have some photos. I'll show you. Yeah,
there
sure.
was a question in the chat. How do you compare it nowadays techno scene in Detroit to the past? So how is it today?
It's really interesting because we have a lot of really cool young people doing really cool shit. And I don't know all of them, but I keep an eye on what's going on, and it's really cool that there are young people that are carrying on the tradition. And we have a lot of people moving here because of that, which is interesting.
Okay.
But we have we've a lot of people from Cali and a lot of people from different states coming to Detroit because it's still fairly affordable here. You know, it's still kind of underground here. It's not a major city. We still have that kind of a reputation like, oh, it's super dangerous. And I love it because it keeps the prices low. You know, it's not like that. It hasn't been like that for a long time.
I see a lot of your stuff, what you're posting on social media on Blue.
Yeah.
You're mainly on Blue Sky. I just
on Blue Sky exclusively. So follow me on Blue Sky.
Yeah, follow him on Blue Sky. I have the QR
Please.
code blended in, and I put the links, everything in the video description. If you want to know what's really hot in Detroit, follow Claude.
Yes. And movies. We get into the movies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my thing. Movie reviews, movie post. let me get screen share. We're gonna do a little screen share, ladies and gentlemen. Entire screen, and I will do this. All right, so let's look at the old. I have some old.
So we need to describe it a little bit for the people who are hearing that on audio as well.
Oh, okay. I'm showing now
your studio right now.
A photo of this was my old studio in Glasgow when I was living in Scotland. I lived there for 5 years, and this was a little studio that my friend built for me. My friend Ian Elgie built the actual table, which is kind of circular table. And you can see here I have a Mackie mixer and a 1200, and I bought the early Pioneer CDJ. I had a set, but one table, one CD. My Kurzweil K2000 with the sampling option. Korg. What was that? Korg. I forgot the name.
2000, maybe?
Yeah, the MS 2000. And the drum station, Novation drum station. Love Novation. If you're out there listening, I have all your keyboards. I'm on the Shield. The Triton, the TR rack, and a few bits and bobs. But this was like one of my early setups when I moved overseas, like and my records from touring and my mail and the good old days. What else? People like old stuff. Oh, I showed you this one earlier. This is me, Daniel Bell, Robert Hood, and Anthony Shakir. I think we were at a UR thing, or we were somewhere downtown for something. But that was an old,
nice record.
I'm always curious, Claude. Did you learn a proper instrument, or how does it work?
No.
Just from DJing to actual making music or playing music. Then
I'm all self-taught, and I just spent a lot of time watching videos, watching videos and learning kind of just, if you can learn the kind of basic chord things, I think you can figure out, everybody should take a basic music thing where you can learn like major and minor chords, and the other stuff you can kind of figure out. You can kind of figure the scale things. It's just kind of, okay, there are these groupings of notes, and you can use different groupings of notes. And we spoke about education before. There's a very simple way to teach music, and it's like super, super complicated. But I found a way. I just kind of Nashville number system the whole thing. So I play everything in C, but I transpose so I can have speed, because I didn't learn. So everything is in C, and then I put in the tracks, I'll put a transposer, like a Bitwig, the note transposer. Yeah, and when there are chord changes, I just change the, down 3 steps, up 7 steps, but my hands are still playing major, minor, and C.
Perfect. It's a perfect solution because it works.
Yeah. So you can get it quick, and then I record that data that's spit out, and that's my stuff, and that way I'm not trying to move my hands, only because I didn't learn. Only because I didn't learn.
Did you try then already the beta of Bitwig 6? Because they have a lot of those.
Okay. So cool. Don't make me. Oh my God. I get goosebumps. Like, these guys are always answering every prayer. I never asked him for anything because right when I'm about to ask him for the thing, it comes. Like the drum machines. We were speaking about the drum machines, and I said, yeah, I bought this Roland 101, and now I have all my favorite Roland. I really want the 808 and stuff. Yeah, Bitwig 5 point whatever. Yeah, look at the new drums. Like, oh shit. Oh, $500, you know, gone, you know. I could have saved that. That was my next upgrade, you know. I could have saved my next couple upgrades.
Yeah, because all those new stuff they put in the new version, like the whole tuning system. This is really
the automation being separate. Like when I used to use, I've had 3 DAWs in my life. Like they're like relationships. I've had like 3 main DAWs in my life.
Which ones?
Logic was the main one, and that's back from the Windows days. Like Logic. Yeah, eMagic when it was German owned, and
yeah.
So Logic was my main thing, and I play with Reason. Didn't really stick with it. I liked it, but it's just my eyes, and I didn't want those little things.
It's so tiny.
Yeah. And for I was like no, and then I tried the Ableton thing, and I'm just one of those people where I did some stuff in it, but I always ran Logic on the side. I always went back to it, and I never really wanted to move until the Bitwig thing. And like 24 hours with Bitwig was it for me. It was it was like a religious experience. It was like, yeah, that's what I want. There's only one thing I miss.
Let me guess, Claude. It felt wrong that you have the track names on the right-hand side.
That was a little weird. that was with the Ableton.
Please don't talk in cliches. Everybody's telling that.
Yeah, it was that. It just felt weird. Everything felt weird.
Same with me. Because I looked at Ableton and I thought, all those people like it. There must be something good about it. And I didn't get it. And then after a time, I got this clip idea, which was really cool. But the arranger, I never loved it. And
I was like, this is cool, but why don't I like this?
Yeah.
This is cool, but why don't I like this? And I really tried. I did some mixes in there. Like I made some mixes in there. I think I did some tracks, but I owned it for a long time. And then this is a story. All right, I'm going to... what we call in the community, we're going to spill some tea. So one time when I was living in Japan with Takashi, we had come to Berlin to play at Tresor. And we were never these guys where we were like, oh, we want to call your office because we want free things or whatever. I was never that guy. Like, but we got in touch with a few people just to say, yeah, I'm going to be in Berlin and I'd love to come by and just say hi. You know, it's like I'm in town for a few days. I just wanted to say hello. And we called a friend of mine used to run, somebody I know from the old days in Berlin, Mata Galik, used to run Native Instruments. So, and I had an American friend who was working there. So we made an appointment to go to NI just to say hi. It's just like, yeah, dude, I'm in town. I use your stuff. I just wanted to say what's up. And then I remember Takashi had made a phone call to Ableton, and I know the response he got was like, yeah, you guys can come visit, but like, we're not going to give you anything, and we're not going to do this. And my whole thing was like, you know what? Fuck those guys. Like, and I totally lost interest after that. I was just done with it. I was like, I don't really use it that much anyway. And after that, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Whatever. And so they really haven't been a thing for me since then. I'm petty. I'm super petty like that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You know, we went over to NI, hung out. I saw Mata, which was really funny. We were in a meeting in one of the meeting rooms, talking to the reps and stuff. And then Mata came in, and he came over and hugged me, and I was like, hey, Mata, how's it going, man? And it's their boss, so they're completely like stiff and shit. I'm like, yo, dude, he interviewed me on Viva at the Love Parade, like back in the like, yeah, we go way back. You know, now we're old. It's so weird. It's such a
How did that happen? Huh?
Yeah, I know, it's so weird. Like you're standing on the tower in Berlin, and the next thing you know, you got the gray hairs and.
Tell me about it.
That's why I didn't fuck with Ableton. I was basically done with it after that. I was like, yeah, okay. And then Bitwig, it was just like a kind of weird thing where I was playing at my friend's party. My friend Brendan does a big Trésor party every year here in Detroit. There's a Trésor Detroit thing that happens every year during the Movement Electronic Music Festival. It's a big weekend here where a bunch of parties go on, and there's a Trésor thing that happens every year. So I was playing at that, and I met Mia from Bitwig there, and she got me a copy of the software, and I immediately was like, "Yep." Literally, literally, it was the modulators for me. It was just like, yeah, that's what I want. I want one place where this shit always works the same.
Yeah.
And that was it for me. It was like, oh, and it feels nice, and it's kind of cool how you can. It just felt. It's like a feeling thing. It just felt right. Everything felt right, and everything I wanted was there. And I was like, oh, timing shit and the clock stuff and the LFOs and this is cool, and bounce in place. Oh, that's nice. Like being able to bounce the synth but keep the thing. And it was just, yeah, these people actually thought about this. Like this was well thought out. Like extremely well thought out.
So this was if it's modulators, it was version 2 then when you started?
I think so.
Yeah.
I jumped in, I think it was like 3.
Was it 3 modulators?
For me, I jumped in at 3. I was like later, but I was hooked. Like I was completely
introduced modulators. I can't remember.
It was whenever.
Could be 3 and 3.1 were the grid, I think.
Maybe 3, yeah.
It was pre-modulators, and then I just remember the modulator. That was, but it was right before the modulators. Like literally, I got the software, and a few months later, there was the update. Because I remember pre-modulators, but it was very short time for me.
It felt only like that, like short time because you were hooked up in deep inside the DAW.
I love it. I think it's so well thought out. Like I think things like the layer system, and also being able to do things like round robin and stuff on the layer system. Because a lot of people go into the grid, and I'm like, for me, it's not even that deep. It's just you just need the layer system and some mappings, and some mappings to control the layer stuff. And you need the Jesus Christ Flexi. And that's all you need.
He's doing it again.
Yes, of course. Yeah, Jürgen.
He's right. He's right. He's right.
Hey, man. This is my one opportunity to just
praise. Great. So you have to come to Super Booth. So we
we gotta have the that's Austrian. We gotta get the glue on. Do you know that?
Oh, that's in winter.
Yeah. In the winter. I love this. Or we have
so you dropped so many company names. One of the companies all companies should just buy you the
Jägermeister. We have to do the Jägermeister.
Yeah, for example.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you quickly mentioned also Japan. So I'm also so in our Western media, you rarely hear about stuff from Asia. So how is the music scene in Japan?
Oh, it's amazing, dude. It's so amazing. When I was there, it was fucking unbelievable. It's such an interesting place. Like I left England. I left Scotland in, I think it was 2007. 2006, 2007, and I moved to Tokyo. And so I was there. I kind of been touring, and then like life stuff happened, and I got married, and I had a son. And so I was just kind of there doing that thing. Japan is so cool because that's where a lot of the tech companies are. So you can go to these, if you've been there, there's a lot of small things, but everything is like super high quality. It's very purposeful. It was such a cool place to live, man. Just to be around all that tech shit. Like it was just so cool. Like totally different lifestyle. Like,
Is it then a lot of discotheques, or is it also a live
there's like
band, or everything? Or
there's a lot of bands. Like there's a lot of live music is still king in Japan, and people still like to own music. Like CDs,
okay.
CDs are physical. Like if I do another album, there will of course be a Japan only CD, and my last album was the Japan only CD. It's just, that's a market where you can always sell physical things because people like to. They're surrounded by digital, so like they want to have a thing that this thing came from that person, so it's like an extension of. Do you know what I mean? It's like a physical because they're surrounded by virtual. They grow up with virtual. They're surrounded by virtual. They're so encompassed. Like my son and those kids are so encompassed with it. So they like real things because real things are real things. They're not like.
So we are now still pre-Japan because we are now embracing all the virtual stuff, and after everybody owns nothing anymore, we go back to I want to touch a CD or a vinyl or something because then I can.
They have very few things, and the things they have are very meaningful, and I took that away from living there. Like that was cool. Being around the companies, I got to go to Korg headquarters because I had a friend who worked there, and I got to meet the guy who invented the whole step sequencing thing because a lot of people think that's a Roland thing, and it's not. It was my friend's father who works at Korg. We're in the boardroom, and he said, "Yeah, we used to all go drink." Because that's a thing in Japan. You go drink with your colleagues in the same field and you drink at the same. He said, yeah, I had this step sequencer idea thing and I was drinking with the guy from Roland. And,
big mistake, as you did.
Because I asked him about I think it was, you remember they made those electribes and I had an electribe and I was really into that. And I was like, oh, it's cool. You did the step thing like Roland. And he was kind of like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And then he told me the story. It was so funny.
I was really surprised. We just had a week of a holiday in Edinburgh in Scotland, and there are now record stores again. And what was the name of the very big UK record store? Whatever. But it was, I thought they were out of business totally, but there is one again, or two even, and there were 3-store shop with records again.
3 floors. Yeah.
3 floors. Yeah. It's insane. And you can buy all those old records again, Pink Floyd and Police and everything. And
maybe it's really like that people start like everything's virtual. You own nothing anymore because everything you rent or subscribe to something and pay monthly rent.
And this shop was full of people, huh? It's
they wouldn't have that many floors if it wasn't busy. And you see that in Japan too. There are plenty of record stores in Japan, like plenty of record stores. They're small. They have cool stuff, really cool stuff. And I'm hoping that's what I'm hoping to kind of do here with my little shop.
Tell us a little bit more about it.
Oh, yeah. So, my father passed a couple years ago. And when he died, I got left everything. So it was, I inherited 13,000 records. And
now you need to shop to sell them all off.
I'm a friend I have a friend of mine who's moving from out of town, and we're gonna start a little Discord. Not Discord. We're gonna start a what's that? What's the web shop? The Discog shop.
Yeah.
We're gonna start a little Discog shop, but we're gonna try to do a little small cafe, like a little place with a few seats and a vinyl listening station.
Nice.
To sell records. And hopefully I want to be able to do some like Bitwig training out of there too, like do some production training, like teach some classes. I really like at this point in my life, that's what I really want to do now. It's like kind of start doing more podcasts and doing
that would be great.
More teaching, a lot more teaching, like that kind of stuff.
Where do you want to start that? Is this something you already have blend.
I'm working on it now. I think I'm gonna start the YouTube thing, and it's just I've been trying not to, and it's just like it's the thing that I think I should probably do.
You should.
I will subscribe instantly.
You think
you
so?
didn't subscribe yet?
I wanted to do I'll run this past you and our audience. Because what I wanted to do was I thought it would be cool to do like a show 2 or 3 times a week where I just come on. Okay, these are the cool new, like a radio show though. Like these are the cool new plugins. This is what's going on with Bitwig.
Okay.
This is what's going on with this. Here's some music from our listeners playing like a radio show. Like a radio show, but
great idea, yeah.
With user music, with user submitted music. And so just do like an hour where it's like, okay, this week we got this plugin from Native and this thing. I think this is cool. Like my personal opinion about shit. So if people would listen to that, I think I that's one thing I've kind of doing what my dad did, but like in the technology space, like they do a radio show.
And the other shop, this Discog shop is because you said it's with a cafe.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna. This is we're gonna do all this in Detroit. My friend is actually moving here. He's literally flown in today, and he's looking for an apartment. And we're gonna start looking for a place. But he's gonna it's gonna be my Discog shop. I'll send you the info once we get it set up. But it's gonna be branded under my name, and it's going to be stuff from my dad's record collection. It's going to be, I have old Prince records, a lot of promo only radio stuff, loads of rock and roll stuff, loads of blues stuff. It's a proper record store with all kinds of stuff. Like
and it will be a get together a place like in the old days where people met each other, and there's something going on. If we
can get a little place, I hope so. Like where people want to come and have a coffee, and we got some records here, and hey, let me show you this Bitwig 6. Like we got a thing on the screen. Check this out. That kind of thing. I want to do it kind of Japanese style. Like it's a little place. Very cool, not very big, very cool, and loads of very cool things.
Oh, nice.
If you have good coffee and cake, it will always work.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, something we don't need a license too crazy. Just coffee and cake. Yeah. And I just recently started baking, and I make good cookies.
Original cookies.
You're set.
Yeah. The DJ said, "What's the flour? What's the flour?"
But exactly. But the nicest record stores I knew from my past when they were still there was really the smallest ones. Because you were close to everybody. Everything was like packed in there. Yeah. And this was always like an adventure because you had to search for things, and then you discovered things. And
you were so close to people. I never forget. I used to go to in Frankfurt. I used to hang out in Delirium, and there was working. There was working Ricardo Villalobos.
No,
in the early days. In the early days, there was working Ricardo and a guy Heiko who passed. God bless Heiko. Heiko MSO, he worked there, and Atta, who's also running what's the name of that club in Frankfurt? Really cool house club. It's been going forever. And then Atta is also a chef as well. He started cooking, so he has this house club, and they do compilations, and man, this crazy things, these cafe things and stuff.
I think this will have is a future because nowadays people start they really crave to get a place to meet again because of all those digital things and apps.
Robert Johnson, someone writes here in the chat.
Robert Johnson. Yep, thank you. The Robert Johnson. That's Atta's place. Yeah, the Robert Johnson Club in Frankfurt. Yep. Amazing. Okay. It's been going forever. Has been going forever. Like so cool. like great guys. Like, this is my fond memory of Germany. Like so many, everybody's so fucking cool. Like everybody's cool.
It's normally not what they say about Germans.
It's November, so everybody must be cool. Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice to know, because I hear it a lot from other people as well, that everything goes a little bit back to physical, so that that
I
people
believe.
feel connection, and I think as well that what you mentioned, the whole band stuff, because in techno there were bands as well, like Sven Fett and Ralf Hiltenbeutel had one time like a techno event band performance for a year or two or something. That was very amazing to see them playing techno with real instruments as well.
There's a band that I really like from Berlin. Oh, I forgot these guys. They're 4 German guys, and they are playing techno.
Yeah,
live.
right. Yeah, I saw them.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see them from time to time in social media. Yeah,
but you don't mean Klangphonics. You don't mean Klangphonics. They're from the south of. They're from the Black Forest.
4 guys?
Maybe? I don't know.
4 guys with playing on a guitar and sometimes with some weird stuff playing Klangphonics. Yeah.
But they're playing like techno tracks because they did a cover of one of my tracks. It was like crazy.
Really?
Like so crazy. Yeah, a track that me and Robert Hood did together. Like so crazy, dude. Really, I love those guys. That's what I mean. Like fucking cool German guys. Only you see this kind of thing, I don't see this here. Like I'm not shitting on here, but I'm just saying, like those guys and they're good.
That's different,
and they're really good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're really good. And it's just like, let's see. It doesn't even have to be techno. Let's just see interesting stuff. Like we were talking, I love Radiohead. Like I'm into bands anyway, and they're like my favorite. They're my Beatles. Like I'm completely obsessed with this band and everything about them. And then one of my friends got to remix them, which was really cool. Like Surgeon got to remix a Tom York record. And I was like, dude, what was that like? He was like, yeah, I wasn't going to do it until he gave me a call. Like I wanted to see it was really him. So he got a phone call from Tom York. Like I was like, okay, so cool, dude. Like I love those guys. As I mentioned before, like that's also something I want to do now. I want to start working with bands. Like I want to produce a band. I'd like to produce just like a band. Like what ideas do you guys have? Let's try this. Let's try that. Like I really want to do that. I want to produce like a couple bands. I just want to try it.
Why not? So I really think, as we mentioned a couple of times, I think this will have a good chance to start up very big, because all
some
the
things in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, and like Jürgen said, if in Scotland there the pubs full of bands playing and the people love to hear the live experience and everything. I think that will be a big part of the future. Maybe not that big that music industry was in the 80s or 90s, because this was more commercialized, everything. But I still think that
maybe we'll get a more healthy version this time.
Yeah.
Like
it goes a little bit back, but healthy.
Yeah, like not completely underground, but like just successful enough to like take care of itself and stay around. Like techno, it hasn't really gone anywhere. It's mutated and stuff, but it will always be it's what it is, whatever the kids want it to be.
Exactly. It's gone out of the mainstream, and now it's like healing again a little bit, but it's still, there are a lot of interesting music upcoming, and a lot of interesting guys. And as you said, in your area, there are really some very interesting guys doing crazy stuff. And that's that thing,
This is the most interesting time to live, It's so interesting. There's like no excuses now. Everything is, you have software, and there's so many. I don't know if you guys are into graphic stuff at all, but like recently there's been there's been. Did you hear about the Affinity situation where there's?
I only know the name and what it is, but
they're like a competitor to Adobe, and they decided to make their entire suite of software free.
Yeah.
They're just like, okay, we will have no more competition. You can, anybody can just have these tools now. And so because they're owned by a bigger company, which can pay for itself. So, I mean, we were talking about the VST thing earlier, and I think this is exactly the same situation where Adobe had kind of cornered the market, and they said, okay, well, Canva has enough money to do this. We're just going to release this for nothing. And now everybody can have these tools. And
it's the same with video editor. So DaVinci Resolve, you get also a free version, which is very powerful.
I just started getting that. You know, why not? Why not? And
it's great software. Very, very powerful.
I got this Affinity thing, and I say, YouTube channel. And I'm watching you guys, and it's like, YouTube channel.
And all the VST3 stuff, Jürgen, you did a video about VST3 and Steinberg putting it on an open source license.
Let's have that conversation. Let's have that conversation. Odo's been teeing this one up.
Exactly. Maybe for people who did not listen to that, so Steinberg open source now two things. One is VST3 is now under MIT license. MIT license basically do whatever you want, just put on this copyright notice and that's it. So everybody can now use it. And they put ASIO under a dual license, which means if you do GPL software, which is interesting, like OBS is GPL, or what else? Ardour is also GPL. They can now include ASIO straight away on Windows, which they could not do before. So this is a big move forward from them.
Really cool.
Really cool. A lot of people said it's because of Bitwig as well, because they did clap now and they feel the pressure. But that's one thing, definitely. But another thing is really they had a change in management as well. And Steinberg is now much more open to such things.
Cool.
Because, for example, who would really fell face drop dead, as I heard that they support DAW project, also something that Bitwig came up with.
I was surprised also,
So what is happening? The world's going to end. and now they just released Cubase 15, and now in all versions. Before that, they made this strange decision to have DAW project only in the Pro version, but now it's available in all versions. And what is cool also, it's also in, they have this iPad version, Cubasis. And this can also do it for quite some time now. So this is really cool for me. Sometimes on the go, I make something in Cubasis, and then I can import it in Bitwig straight away. And
this is amazing.
That's really cool.
Really amazing. Yeah, Bitwig, and me and Odo were talking about this before, because I say, this is clap. This is clap, because clap came, and this was really successful. This was really cool, and it was just like, what can you not do now, because clap is here, and so you have to do something. I think they had no choice.
Right. Absolutely. The free format is
nevertheless, it's a big success that it really got included now in so many DAWs, and it's really a thing that was not so clear.
PreSonus also, and so many adopters. I that's why I love this company. I think they're really good people doing really cool shit because it's good. I don't think there's any other reason.
And now Juice 9 is coming up, I guess maybe early next year or something around that time scale. So Juice is this development framework which is used by a lot of companies. For example, Arturia, I think also Korg and many more. So the bigger names
are using Juice.
They use Juice, and as soon as Juice 9 will come out, everybody will be clap. So that's really great.
I think it's the best time, it's the best time.
Absolutely.
To be able to do all of this, to do video and to do audio, and we have everything. I'm a big fan of I'm talking about German stuff all the time. I'm a big fan of Bome. I don't know if you know about the
the Bome guy,
Yeah, MIDI translator. I fucking love this. This is like this centerpiece of my setup, and I'm also the proud owner of the Bome box. Yes, we have the Bome box, baby. This is not a commercial.
So what are you doing with that?
Oh, with Bome, I'm with MIDI Translator Pro. I'm remapping stuff on my keyboard. So, for example, I have a little launch key mini here, and this runs into MIDI Translator Pro. And what happens is that goes out of MIDI Translator Pro because I have the knobs already pre-mapped to Bitwig 20 through 27. So it goes through MIDI Translator Pro, and I turn the first knob into velocity because I'm not a great player. So I have a rule that changes the first knob into velocity, so I can set the velocity, and then knobs 2 through 8 are remapped to 20 through 26.
CC.
And then that goes into the flexi, which gives me device control.
Wow.
Or sometimes I shift the second knob, and that's the last touch. So the first knob is velocity, and the second knob is the last device parameter touched, and the other ones are the rest of and then I shift the device numbers over.
Wow. That's really nerd talk here. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. That's why I say I love you guys. I've been waiting to talk to you guys for years.
I think he's one of us, Odo.
He's one of us. He's one of us.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mom never told you guys. I'm here.
And if you go on stage, what do you use there? Do you also bring a laptop with Bitwig?
I haven't been doing any, I hadn't done any live shows since the 90s, but I'm working on a new album, and I'm going to do some live shows. And Bitwig will definitely be the center of that. Absolutely. I got to talk to Odo because I have an old, he probably saw it on my Blue Sky. I have a friend gifted me an old MacBook, and I want to run Bitwig on Linux on that. But I'm having a problem with this one model where I'll talk to you offline about it. This one model where it's not installing.
Not so easy.
It won't. Yeah, and then you have to do with this fucking packet thing for the file. Yeah, it's a lot of fucking around. I had it working, and I was like, because I was like, I want this to be my machine I can take, and then I can bounce it back to my main computer. And it's like, I can't save in the location. I have to do this packet thing. And I'm like, I got to talk to Odo about that later. Because you did a whole video about moving to Linux, and I've been over that several times. So.
And if it's a little bit a deeper problem, we can do that on Discord as well, because there's another really great Linux guy. He can solve everything. So
I'm really into it because I don't want to move to the next Windows, and I have perfectly good machines, and I just want Bitwig to work. I don't really care what platform. Some people are running it on these little Steam Deck game controller things. I'm like, are you kidding me?
But you need now have AVX2 support, which is a special
for the new
feature.
graphics.
Yeah, because my very old ThinkPad laptop is out of the game now.
But it's a MacBook. It's a MacBook or Mac Apple notebook.
That's old Mac. Yeah.
So AVX2 is Intel, I think.
Yeah, but
is it Intel 2? I don't know. We will see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll nerd out about it after for sure. But yeah, I'm using the Bome. Bome is every studio should have it. Every studio should have it, because you're always going to get some keyboard that doesn't do something, and you don't want to depend on I really like the idea of having things separate, like modular. So I have a program for sample selection and sample searching. I'm using what is it? I'm using Sononym. This thing called Sononym.
Yeah, right.
This is really cool, and a Resonic Player, and another one called Resonic Player Pro,
okay,
which is just a really quick file you can search files really fast. And on Windows, I can right click on a folder and say browse in Resonic, and it'll show all the metadata and really quick file. And you can see the waveform, and you can copy it. You can create like a copy folder. So you can say, if I drag to this folder, copy it here. If I drag it here, this. So you can set up some conditions and things. So it's cool.
And this is running inside the normal Explorer window? Or?
No, it's a separate app. So I have, yeah. So I have like I have Bitwig open. I normally have Resonic or Sononym open. And Bome MIDI Translator is always running in the background. That's kind of the hub for all the MIDI gear. And all those signals go through Bome in case I have to remap something on the fly. Because I was doing it in Bitwig. And then I was like, oh fuck, but then if I need to remap something, it screws up my script or whatever, and I'm like, okay, everything goes into Bome, and then I can do it in the rules and fly it out.
So what was the name of this tool again? This I need to look at it. Have a look at that.
Which one?
The one who said who can play where you can search for audio files.
Resonic Player. Resonic. Yeah, do search for it.
I think that one.
The developer got sick. I'm not sure if it's still. Oh. I think some other people picked it up, but you can still get it. It was a really cool guy who was developing this, and I think he has some health things. But you can still get the app. There's like a free version, and I have the pro version, which does ASIO support or whatever.
An Austrian guy, it seems.
Yeah, doing really cool stuff.
There's a question on the chat that Synthmill want to know a little bit more about your workflow in Bitwig. Can you tell something about how you start something?
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. Right now, right now, I've been kind of coming up with different ways to work. So recently, I'm making a template. I have to do this tomorrow because I have a prototype that works kind of cool. But I have one track, and on this track, this is my song track, and everything melodic goes on here. And basically, I use Bitwig's internal channels, and then I set up 4 or 5 tracks. So I have a track for bass, I have a track for chords, I have a track for melody, another track for melody, and then I may have something for accents or whatever, 5 or 6 tracks, and they're all on different channels. All the programming takes place in one channel, and then I use the different channels. I change the Bitwig to see the different colors from the different channels per color, and then I just write all the parts so I can see everything, whether notes are overlapping, whether chords are overlapping with melodies. And I program the whole melodic thing in one track.
Just to understand this correctly, so you have basically one MIDI clip with different MIDI channels, and these send
like in the arranger, I have one MIDI clip. Yeah. All the channels each part is on a different channel, and that feeds into separate tracks, which are set up for different channels to receive those different channels. And that way I can write all the parts in one clip.
Oh, that's interesting.
Even in the arranger, I do it in the arranger. So everything is written in one window, and then I can go down and, this isn't thick enough. I add a layer, put another synth on, compress it or whatever. Yeah. And then you have the whole kind of thing in this one. So you're not going to different tracks.
Right.
All the music shit is in one track, and you just do it. And then
But if you want to copy a part and modify it, then
they're all different colors. No, they're all different colors. Okay. They're all different colors. The bass is only on one, and then I switch the Bitwig editor to channel colors only. And the bass is only on one.
You need to start your YouTube channel. You really need to start your YouTube
channel. Yeah.
I thought there's so many other smarter guys doing this stuff. I see every time I see Polarity, I say, I'm not starting a YouTube channel. Like nobody is going to watch my YouTube channel.
Yeah, but polarity is like okay, we do something simple and then it goes and everything blinks and do stuff. So that's
yeah. I always feel really inadequate when I love that guy. You know, I subscribe to him. I'm like, yeah,
But you should start your YouTube channel, even if you think maybe nobody is interested in. Everybody's interested in everything because everybody is doing it different, you know. And that's I think the thing. Everybody should, if somebody has an idea, put it online so other people can see it. Because
I didn't, you know, this has definitely been a big a thing to push me forward, because I wasn't sure at first, and now I'm like, yeah, why not?
Yeah, do it.
Why not? Why not? And I'm always happy to join you guys whenever. So, yeah, hanging out with the brethren is always great. We are definitely going to get together next year. Somehow we're going to make the super booth thing happen. We're going to make it happen.
Absolutely, we will try to get the companies supporting everybody of us. You know, that we get the big music hub. No, music hub is something different, but you know, the whole starting the whole community, real physical community thing. I got problems with the sound. I don't know if you do.
I can hear you guys. That's good.
Jürgen, can you say something?
Hello, test 1 2.
Okay, then Claude has a problem, like completely distorting and robotic.
I think it's not.
No.
I think it's not the microphone, Claude. It's maybe
the connection. I don't know. It's distorting and like the Daleks are attacking.
Maybe just Claude. Maybe just go out and reconnect.
Yep, for sure. Give me 1 second.
Oh my! Stop it.
We should sample that. That's kind of cool.
That's like, scary.
You know,
the next horror movie.
The next.
Claude, stop. Claude, please log out and try it again.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Claude that is a big fan of horror movies. So now we have the right basis to sample that and create our own horror movie soundtrack.
So until Claude returns, maybe we can talk a bit about Bitwig 6 is now in already beta 6.
And they're still adding features.
Yeah, hopefully not in the next version, because there's so many bugs. This was especially 5. There was, I think, the most bug-ridden version ever they had out there.
But it's I have to.
Back?
So
are we
nice
back?
And clear.
Oh yeah, we are back. Oh my!
Okay, thank you guys.
Do you know the Daleks from Doctor Who?
Oh, of course, it's my favorite show.
Yeah, you were one of them.
I was. It's funny you mentioned Doctor Who. Like when I was in high school, I used to wear a long. I was a Tom Baker guy.
Oh, so great!
I had a long trench coat and I had the longest scarf I could find.
Oh, right.
Like I used to always wear like walk around like that.
Yeah, we were starting talking a little bit about Bitwig, the new version 6, and Jürgen was starting to talk about his favorite beta version.
Oh yeah.
Are you trying already the beta?
Claude? I tried, version. I think beta 4. Here's the thing with these betas. I like them too much. And it always gives you the warning, don't do a project in these betas. And I always do it anyway and then fuck up. So I play with it, and then I say, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I know I'll do a project. I started working on the album in the beta, and then I screwed up a couple things, and I was like, okay, yeah, let me wait because I like it too much.
Me, it's the same because I'm also working on an album currently, and it was too good, as you said. And normally from the past, also the betas were very, very stable. And then I had to finish a song in beta 5, and it was a total nightmare. Nothing worked. You know, there's this famous bug. When you move something, then you get funny lines on the whole screen and everything. And
oh no,
and stuff like that. And
that's exactly why I was afraid.
And the most horrible thing, I doubled 2 bass drums, and it was running like this, totally insane. And I what's going on? You know, I zoomed in, everything's aligned, and it's nothing grooves. What's going on? And then I switched off stretch, and then it was fine again. I said,
some weird anomaly.
Yeah, but you know, everybody is searching for this lucky accidents. Just use beta.
Yeah, maybe.
Beta recordings.
Guys, this is a feature.
Live for the moment.
Okay,
exactly. But what did we get? We get a lot of automation things.
The automation. The last version we got the project recording, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because I was using have you seen that Rewind?
Yep.
From Monkey See. I was using Rewind as just for quick recording, put it on the master. Yeah, then you don't have to do that now. You have that was really cool, putting a record into the master section. That amazing.
I'm still a bit puzzled about this feature. What is the application for that?
Like, for example, I may be working on like a synth part, and so I want the audio. Maybe I'm jamming live, and I just want the audio. So I'll solo that one track, fuck around with it in loop, record all of that, and take that take and put it in a sampler or take that take, and it's just to grab it like really quick. I would never, like a jam recording. You could route another track. Do you know what I mean?
So you don't have to route another track. Okay.
Yeah. It's because a lot of people are using this kind of programs to do this. What's the big one a lot of people use? The MIDI, the one out of the everybody's using it.
Where it records all the time, and you can go back a little bit.
The something clip.
Yeah. Maybe the chat knows.
And now there's a incredible new meter plugin, the mini meters. Do you guys know about that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this also records 60 seconds in as it's playing now. So and these meters are really cool. I'm using these meters as my main meters, and then Bitwig sits underneath.
Yeah. I use it as well just to check sometimes some frequencies or what's happening in the mid-side thing. And
they're really good. It's really good and implemented really well. And a lot of people are using it. What is that clip thing? Is going to drive me crazy now. But you know the one. It's everybody was rolling sampler.
Rolling sampler. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. So what Synthmill in chat is telling, the retrospective recording is still missing. So for MIDI and audio, would be nice to have that as well.
MIDI would be cool. Yeah. MIDI would be. Polarity has a script that does something like that.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm using the Rewind for. And then I said, why am I doing this? I can just open the clip launcher, the 2 sequencers, and then so now I just route it to another track and record it. And if I'm jamming, I do it in reverse. I jam in the arranger, and then I record the MIDI in the clips.
Why not?
It's so crazy, but you
can do it. Yeah.
Because I'm never working in the session view. Like I've never worked, even in Ableton, I never worked that way. Because if you have to do some edit, inside the thing, and you don't have the timeline, and if you don't launch it right, it starts in a weird place, and you got all this weird shit going on. It's like,
I
no,
think it's just a different workflow. What
yeah, you
you
can
like
do it, but
to,
it's my brain doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain doesn't. I have to see it in the timeline, and then if I make it like I like making loops. I'm really into making loops right now, like seamless loops, all kinds of stuff, and out of time, like, you know, just find a spot. Because I was watch a documentary about this 10cc, you know, this famous chord, the "I'm Not Alone," this intro. Yeah, this was all tape loops, you know, like. So I'm playing with this. This was all done by tape loops. There's a really cool YouTube documentary. They
need to watch that.
and then they loop the voice, and they put them on faders, and they wrote them in. And I was like, oh.
Nice.
So I'm doing this. I'm working on the ambient album now, and it's going to be this kind of style where I have a bunch of loops. I'm going to make the loops, and then I have a bunch of loops in different keys, and then I just play them on the faders.
Okay.
Yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. Going back to old school, Steve Reich style, tape loops, audio loops, very loose stuff, loose timing, loose. Yeah, rock and roll style. Back to rock and roll.
Back to rock and roll. Techno rock and roll.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The future is backwards. It turns out the future is backwards.
Now it gets philosophical.
Yeah, but you can combine these old ideas with the new technology, and that makes it interesting again.
Yeah, and I think that's why Bitwig is the best. It's the coolest playground. Like, it's just the coolest playground. All the toys are there. You don't need a Max thing. You don't need because I was using pure data. I'm a pure data guy. So, like, I get this. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I was to find here.
I was a PD guy. That's why I love Bitwig, because I was like, oh, wow, this shit is all in here, and it's all integrated nice. I don't have to do any bang things this is cool.
Okay, maybe if someone has not heard about PD, it's like Max MSP. Maybe you have more heard about it. You connect things to try make music with that. It's
Miller. I'm so nerdy. I listen to Miller Puckett speeches on my phone. You know, like, that's my entertainment. You know, I'm listening to him do lectures and stuff. You know,
But you know as well the Black Data plugin. I think you know that because it was
of course.
Sure.
Yeah, of course. It's amazing. People are
because
making
exactly.
plugin.
Black Data is a plugin where you can create plugins with pure data.
Yeah, it's with graphical interfaces and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you still using pure data?
Not so much anymore. Not thanks to Bitwig. Not really.
So you're using
especially with the grid. If I have to make things, Bitwig is so well thought out that I can build things I need to build on a higher level, so I don't even have to go into the grid, because it's like, oh, I want this cool thing, so I can take a layer thing. I can take a layer thing, and I can use those conditional things to fire off whatever. A lot of times I've been doing a thing where it's like, oh, I want drums, but I want rolls, so I have for like drum racks, I don't put kits in there. I put individual sections in different racks. So I'll have one that's just kick drum. I learned this from a Plaid project, from looking at a Plaid project that was in Logic Pro, in one of the earlier versions of Logic. They had a drum machine, and they had all the drums. They didn't even use velocities. They had all the drums, and the levels were all set different. So you'd have one kick drum that was full, one that was kind of high end rounded off and a little lower, and you had them all in different things, and then you could just draw them in, you know, with the different things. So I kind of set up a thing like that with Bitwig, where I have, again, with the channel thing, where I use the channel thing. So I have the drum things, different channels, or I have them on different notes. You can do it all kind of high level. They've put all the stuff there, so you don't even have to go into the grid thing to do cool shit. I'm like, yeah, I could make stuff in the grid, but what I really want to do is this, and I can do that with 2 or 3 layers and a couple channel switches. You know, like, it's such a perfect. workspace.
That's the fun stuff. If you start or if you're going with the craft of music production and sound designing and all those stuff, you can do a lot of things because you have every little detail at your fingertips. So you can put like LFOs everywhere you want, or some modulators or so on. You can
overwhelming.
It's overwhelming, and if that isn't enough, just go into the grid, and there you can do like coffee or I don't know.
Can I bring up something though that I agree? Like this is from the last episode because I do watch. I think it was Jürgen that was saying, "Yeah, we need the mono audio out." Was that you? Yeah.
There was Italo Brutale who had because he was always preparing his stems for his live setups.
Yeah,
and he wanted to have
Yeah, this thing is, I get it. I get it.
Because of him, I bought now 4 old effects records.
He was such a cool guy. I really enjoyed this interview. I really enjoyed this interview. Like such cool people, It's nice to know because you don't get to meet everybody, so it's so cool that everybody is like you imagine them to be. Like
you can meet him at Super Booth as well.
It's my mission. For next year, I'm gonna be there with a camera, like for sure.
Right.
And I try to do some movies or films as well because I never do that. I always forget to. Sometimes I take some pictures, but I don't film normally.
We definitely have to have a lunch or something. Like go there, hang out, have a lunch.
Yeah.
Maybe do a podcast from there.
Oh, yeah, that would be a nice idea, Jürgen.
Yeah, that's probably problematic because they have no internet access there or Wi-Fi.
Maybe we do it offline and then publish it later.
Yeah. Go somewhere and do it or something.
We'll all come to you, Otto. We take all the people from Super Booth and go to you.
To me.
You have space, come on.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's summer, we can do that outside. Why sitting in a
Team Otto?
But why not? I was already thinking about talking to people and recording that because the microphone I have here, I can put it on my smartphone. But I think it would be nicer if there would be some pictures or somebody's filming it as well because people on YouTube want to see movies.
We should definitely try to make that happen next year. We should talk to somebody and just all get together and we should do that. Nice. It'll be a lot of fun.
I did already book, so.
Awesome.
Is it already that? Are the tickets available right now? No.
I don't know about tickets, but the date is. So if you need to.
The date.
It's from the 7th till the 9th of May.
Okay.
Yep, I got it.
Everybody.
Yeah, no, we're gonna put that down now.
And if you can make it to Germany, Claude, 2 weeks later, there's also an absolute nerdy meeting about modular stuff.
Where? Is that the what's that thing called? Is that the big modular thing?
The Happy Nopping meeting.
Yeah.
So if you can make it 3 weeks, it's.
I might have to work. I might have to see if I can do a tour, like the farewell tour, the last European gigs, like to pay for the trip.
So you can get the full package here.
That's something I've been thinking. I've been saving that. I did the last U.S. shows. I haven't done the last European shows yet. So
And Tune Girl is as well on the Happy Nopping normally.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Last time she was there too.
And I think that's where I saw her play. That's where I saw her play. I think it's somebody. No, it was Super Booth because I saw. Well, I saw her. I saw her the first time, and I immediately started looking for other sets because I was like, I was like, man,
that was really cool.
Yeah. You get the feeling. If you're an old raver, man, it's the feeling thing. Feeling thing.
So, if we're looking into the future, what's next? So you gonna start your record shop and
YouTube channel, record shop,
oh my,
and I want to start, and I really want to get into the teaching. Like I didn't seriously jump into it, and now I want to do that. I really want to start teaching.
So you're open for requests if somebody's watching us right now or listening to us,
or bands, or if you're a band and you need a producer, we could talk.
Always ask. We talked before, and you said also like just talk to people, just ask, just
If you're a younger producer, you'd be surprised. Like just reach out to people. A lot of us are like ready to talk to people. I think it's and people go, oh well, I couldn't. I had people reach out to me and say, oh, I didn't think I could. Is it okay? It's like, yeah, dude. Like that's why I'm here. Like I'll answer a question if I can. It doesn't hurt me. I'm not one of those people where it's like I'm trying to hide a secret thing from you. It's the internet. You can find everything.
It's not the secret trick how to master Bitwig in 1 second or so.
There's no. It's a lot. What is that saying? It's a easy to learn, but a lifetime to master.
No, but that's important. Yeah, absolutely. So your record shop, your YouTube channels, your new album you're working on.
Yeah, that's still in the process. I'm like a year late. I'm a year late.
But it's ready when it's ready.
Yeah, it's coming. It was really just trying to find the ideas, and I saw that 10cc video, and I had done an ambient album, a Japan only thing the last time. And so I was like, I should do another one of those, but like modern production techniques. And then I saw that video and I said,
tape loops.
Tape loops, tape loops. So it's tape loops in Bitwig, audio loops, odd length audio loops and atmospheres and just having fun. But I'm always reach out to me. I'm around. I'm here, ready to work. We're going to be working, and hopefully I get to come and see you guys again.
That would be great.
Absolutely.
So Odo, what's up to you next for you?
Currently not that much. I'm working on 40,000 different tutorials at the same time. Thanks to Obsidian, my markdown suite where I can put everything, like it's growing. I think my tutorial collection is like growing sources and information and everything, because we talked about that as well. I have a little bit the problem that I want to have it a little bit perfect, but I have to come down from this 100%. I have to reach the 80% or maybe 90, but not the 100. And
we love your tutorials. Keep making them.
Thanks you. And that's currently the one. Then I'm trying to do like a drum and bass version of your border machine project with Synthman.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's that one thing I'm trying to do. Hopefully it will be good. you will be. Big pressure. Oh God! Don't put pressure on me.
No pressure.
And some other stuff that's on. I've planned for a long time, like finishing a lot of old stuff and put it online. So, like maybe not an album, but like 50,000 old songs, and finishing and say, okay, it's okay how it is now. Don't wait another 2 years to release it.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Idea 1 to 2000.
Exactly. Every project has like 30 versions.
Exactly.
V1, V2, V17.
And the bad thing is, the more you progress, the more you criticize your own projects, because more, how it could have been and so on. But at the end, I realized everything is a journey, and sometimes it's good you can see where the start was and where it's heading to. And I try to get it deep into my head so I can live with that. But that's a process.
It's the struggle we all fight. We all fight against.
And to everybody who did not watch it yet, Odo did a very interesting tutorial about spectral layers. Spectral devices, and I never used them so far, but Odo made some really interesting sounds with that, and that's something to look into, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That and Odo's, don't forget to check out his MIDI tutorials. If you're new, like these are a very cool place to start, great place to start.
Thank you so much.
All the info is there. Get at it.
Thank you so much. And Jürgen, what's with you next?
Yeah, as usual, as you said, tons of projects in parallel. So we're working on a new Border Machine album, a full one now.
Cool.
So this will be hopefully. I have no date, but it's making good progress.
Can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, it will be. Very 80s, I think.
Yeah, that's usual.
Yeah. But
that's the future. That's the future.
Back to the future. Yeah. What else? Also working with Convert with Morse, driven by Morse, the usual stuff. And
Convert. Yeah. Thank you for that. Also, another program I'm beginning to use.
Okay.
To create some Bitwig patches from other things. So,
yeah, you can do it. It's very good.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, Jürgen, please check him out.
And finishing all my annoying requests for generic flexing. I'm sorry. And I'm very thankful you're doing all that stuff.
No, seriously.
And I got lost a bit playing Tomb Raider, which is really bad.
Cool. Like a new version? I haven't played.
No, the very old ones. The old ones.
Awesome.
Awesome. 1 and 2. And I was really surprised how much fun that still is. It's
I might have to try to pull out an old game to have it
going down the retro road a bit. So it's really bad.
Yeah, Tron. It's funny you mentioned retro because I saw a thing about Tron, the old Tron games recently. Right. So it's like, I've been going down the rabbit watching people gameplay the old Tron game, the arcade game. It's so much fun.
So close to where I live in Karlsruhe, there is a club where they collect these old game automators from arcade and stuff like that, and you can go there, pay €10, and you can play the whole evening. It's
wow!
It's really cool.
I would love to do that. Oh wow!
So if you swing by, if you're close by to where I live,
I gotta fucking wow!
It's every Saturday. Every Saturday.
No way!
Yeah, it's really fun.
Dude. Next week, Claude moves to Germany.
Yeah, we got to figure something. At least twice a year, I have to visit.
Super booth, and there might be
video games. Yeah, video games.
Exactly.
Yeah, $10 a day. Yeah, so they have video games 1 week.
Maybe Bitwig should set up another conference. Like a big conference for music producing and talks and stuff. That would be the second.
We should definitely do something for sure. We're gonna make something happen for next year.
I think really the whole community is a little bit consolidating a little bit, building up. Like a lot of people have ideas, doing stuff. Like I told you before, the one guy from Belgium, Wim, who was on the show before there, was talking about like building up like open mics for performances, electronic music for newcomers, everybody. And there's a lot of things brewing in the community, and maybe it still needs some time, but a lot of really great ideas from a lot of people. They are really motivated, and I think
this podcast is also like so cool to be able to meet so many different other users, and it's such a cool thing. I've been watching from episode 1, so
yes.
Great.
Okay.
So if someone is watching this, we are always looking for new guests. If you want to come on the show, and if you are like Claude, a very important person, and we do not dare to speak to you, then just drop us a mail or get in touch or write a comment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And next show will be as irregular. So maybe January or somewhere in that direction, I guess. But we keep you posted.
Yeah, exactly. Because every 2 to 3 months, like in this thingy, and if we are really impatient, maybe 1 month. I don't know. It depends always. But I think that the next month is Christmas, and everybody is anyway
eating too much stuff.
Exactly, and there are some other community projects and so. But we will be back, and we will keep you posted. And for sure, Claude, you will send us some more informations about your new project.
Absolutely.
If you have something, always spread the word. If I find something interesting, exactly. And if there's some new projects for all of you, just talk about it. Please talk about it so we can spread the word.
Yeah. Let's build a Bitwig community, a Bitwig family.
Yeah. Like this, how was this song? Family. But we are family. We are family. Exactly. Now we are singing. Now it's time to say goodbye.
All right, people. Until next time, make some funky music.
Thank you all. Have a nice day. Have a nice Sunday. Bye-bye. Thank you.